You don't have to only show kindness during the holiday season. It has to be year round. You don't know what people are going through. That's what the Holdovers shows us here. Hey everyone, welcome back to Candid Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing the new Alexander Payne film, The Holdovers. And yes, it is a holiday film. It's a holiday movie, which you can't go wrong. It's coming out for American Thanksgiving. It is one of my favorite films of the year. It has Paul Giamatti, it has Divine Joyce Randolph, and it has newcomer Dominic Sessa, who all give phenomenal performances in here. So what I love the most about Alexander Payne's films, except for downsizing, majority of his films, I really like that we get to just sit with these characters, go through their life experiences, really get to know them. And I just think that Alexander Payne, especially in The Holdovers, tenderly directs his actors, because this one has a central theme of grief. And there are three characters that are experiencing grief in very different ways. Now, grieving does not mean only the loss of a loved one. Like, it does not equate only to death. You could have lost your former self, and that former self, the former version of yourself, could have gone a completely different path, and you could have ended up in a completely different situation. So you can grieve your former self. You can also grieve at the fact that you don't have a parent present, and you can grieve that loss because maybe that parent, had abandoned you, or the parent is just no longer the same parent that raised you due to an illness. So there are many ways to look at grief. And I can say that The Holdovers is hysterical. It is one of Paul Giamatti's funniest performances to date. The script by David Hemmingson is amazing because he has this perfect balance of very emotional beats for his characters, and they all can agree to the fact that loneliness is somewhat devastating, and they all come together and help each other out during the holiday season. Then on top of that, because it's just so heavy emotionally, you have incredible comedic timing from Dominic Sessa, from Paul Giamatti, and from Divine Joy Randolph. All three of them have beautiful performances because they balance both. Even if you are grieving, even though you are feeling a sense of loss, humor is there. It's always seen as a silver lining. And even if you are someone who enjoys dark humor, that's fine. You're coping with that. You're coping with humor. And I think that balance is incredible. So Giamatti hates his life as this history teacher. The faculty doesn't like him. The kids don't like him. And you slowly understand why he is the way he is. And I think there's an incredible scene between Dominic Sessa and Paul Giamatti later on in the film where they do confide in each other because they're stuck with each other over the holidays. So instead of being at odds with one another, they sit down and they really just break it down for the other person. It's like, well, this is what I'm going through, and then this is what I'm going through. And then you just see a completely different perspective here. And the emotional moments, they hit when you least expect it. That's what's just so heartbreaking about this film. It's like, yeah, it's a holiday film, and it's a constant reminder that people at the end of the year, they look back on the year. I know many people say that they don't, but they do. It's a season of, self-reflection. What did I do this year? What did I accomplish? Am I in the same position as I was last year? What am I going to do next year? Who's around me right now that wasn't around me last year? You look at everything at the end of the year. That's why a lot of people get sad, and that's okay. Just got to work through it. But reminder, you don't have to only show kindness during the holiday season. It has to be year round. You don't know what people are going through. That's what The Holdovers shows us here. And I kind of want to look at, Divine Joy Randolph and Paul Giamatti and Dominic Sessa as a trio that had ample screen time, and they shared it between the three of them, where I can't tell you who's a standout here because they all delivered very beautiful performances, considering their character situation and the backstory. And I think that they presented that towards the beginning. You get a sense of who their character is. You know, Dominic Sessa plays this like loudmouth, obnoxious teenager, but you don't know what's going on at home. Same thing with Paul Giamatti. He's had a history with education and schooling. And that's why he's such a hard ass to these students that he wants to teach. He wants to help them do better than he ever could. And Divine Joy Randolph, she just wants to be happy again. And it's so heartbreaking, her performance. I would love all three of them to get nominated if that's even possible. But it is such a beautiful holiday film. It is an instant classic from Alexander Payne. You will laugh. You will cry. It's a coming of age film for Dominic Sessa, who's a newcomer and completely blew my socks off. It is a great film. It's heartwarming. It's one of the best of the year. I gave it 5 out of 5. Please go watch The Holdovers in theaters. It's fantastic. You won't be disappointed. It is a beautiful film. It really is. And it's films like this is what's needed in the world. So I gave it 5 out of 5. If you guys watch The Holdovers, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite Paul Giamatti performance is, because this is literally up there for me. I know that people love Sideways, but this, my God. Instant classic, one of my favorites. If you guys enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And if you guys want to help me grow this wonderful channel, you can find out ways to do that in the bio below. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.